Hey everybody, it's Adrian Manray, and welcome to a new video. Yes, I am using a VTuber model. Long time no see, huh? Today we are doing a different video, and it's going to be a theory video. I mean, like, MatPat's going to be gone, so someone's got to do this. So what we're going to talk about today is Winnie the Pooh. Yes, Winnie the Pooh, the character, the cuddly wuddly bear. Well, not this version anyway. We are talking about Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, which is coming to theaters in about a couple weeks or so. Sorry guys, my throat's kind of sore. So what I'm going to be talking about is, how is this cinematic universe that they're trying to do, like, how's it going to work? Well, I think I have a theory, and I am going to tell you guys right now, as a matter of fact. Before I do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and also check out RMCU side projects where I have done Rom the Space Knight and Great Lakes Avengers. So with that out of the way, let us get into our theory on Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. So, what is this cinematic universe about? Well, it is about a bunch of public domain characters, mostly from like fairy tales or like old classic literatures, like Winnie the Pooh's, written by A.A. Milne. I forgot the authors' names. Let me know down below. Ugh. Oh, sorry, sleepy. So these films are being made in Britain. Yes, good old England. And they are produced by a very lesser known film company called Jagged Productions. I've seen their list, and yeah, their movies look awful. They look awful. But they did manage to get some success with the release of the 2023 film Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Now, it was still a flop, but it made a bunch of success that it got a sequel, and it got a couple of other projects in the works as of now.
Hi, this is Adrian. I'm going to stop using my voice for the moment because my voice is crap right now and I am coughing a bit. But today, on March 2nd, it was announced that the name of the universe is called the Twisted Childhood Universe. Thanks for clarifying, Jagged Edge Productions. Here are the confirmed installments so far in the Twisted Childhood Universe. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Bambi, The Reckoning. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Pinocchio, Unstrung. And a mystery movie that will be announced on March 22nd. I have a feeling the unannounced movie was leaked a while ago. Look up Jagged Edge Productions on the Internet Movie Database to figure out what I'm talking about. I cannot reveal the poster or the supposed title of the film as to not get taken down by the studio. Do I care for these movies? Not really. Are these ideas stupid? Maybe. Will these public domain horror movies get old? Probably. But the reason why I am doing a theory video at all is because I am bored. That's it. So don't come talking shit in my comments, please. I would very much appreciate it. Please do not complain about them ruining your childhood, because it has the name Twisted Childhood Universe in it. That is the whole point of it. They are not trying to make a cash grab. They are an independent British company just making movies. I will be looking into all the information so far and figuring out the lore of this universe, its origins, and how things might play out in the future. I have a theory that might be able to understand what is going on. But let's find out, shall we? This is my theory of the lore of the Twisted Childhood Universe and where these creatures came from. Part 1. Origins. Let us go all the way back to the beginning of this universe in terms of release, when Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey released in theaters. The beginning of the film opened on a storybook-style sequence that was hand-drawn, reminiscent of old novels back in the day. We get to meet Christopher Robin as he enters the 100 Acre Woods for the first time and meeting the creatures of the 100 Acre Woods. Their names are as followed:
Owl, Rabbit, Eeyore, Piglet, and most importantly, Winnie the Pooh.
In the original novel and the Disney movies, Pooh and friends were stuffed animals and imaginary friends of Christopher Robin. But in this universe, they are real, and the narrator describes Pooh and friends in a very specific way.
Crossbreeds, who some would describe as abominations.
This made me question this universe's definition of crossbreeds, because I didn't know if they meant it in a sense like a creature like the Minotaur or as in a way that I cannot say due to YouTube's guidelines. So I decided to investigate in the trailer for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 rather than Blood and Honey 1, because the film never elaborates after the opening scene. And I think clues may have been laid out in the trailer to give us ideas on how these iconic characters were created. There is a character named Cavendish, played by Simon Callow, who says these lines in the trailer. Take a good listen.
Them kids, they didn't stay buried. It's as if the earth itself was allowing this horror to rise up.
He said those kids didn't stay bad, and said that it was as if the earth itself allowed this horror to rise up. After hearing that, I am starting to think that Pooh and friends were born of magic and are gods. Given that Peter Pan and Pinocchio exist in this universe, it is a safe assumption it might either have something to do with those two things. Hopefully Blood and Honey 2 goes further into the lore than the first movie did. As for what kids he was talking about, I think I know the identities of who those kids might be. Observe Christopher Robin's flashback in the trailer.
This was the day Billy was taken.
Yes, Christopher Robin had a brother named Billy, and he was kidnapped by someone in a white van. While most would commonly associate children being kidnapped in a white van affiliated with a very disgusting type of person, which word I cannot say on YouTube, I think Billy was murdered in a ritualistic sacrifice and his body was turned into poo. This goes with the other creatures as well. Piglet, Owl, Rabbit, Eeyore, and maybe Tigger were reincarnated dead children who were brought back by some unknown demon and sacrificed by a cult. I don't believe this applies to people like Bambi, Peter Pan, and Pinocchio, but I do believe they're magical creatures, not reincarnations of dead children. You may ask, then what is the point of those three? Well, it's simple. They were either sentient beings with supernatural abilities or brought to life by magic. Peter Pan is from a land called Neverland, filled with many creatures like mermaids, crocodiles, and fairies. Peter Pan can fly, stay young for a long time, skilled in swords, he has good sight and vision, he can replicate someone's voice, he can imagine things into existence, and many other things. In the novel, Peter Pan and Wendy, it's stated he should not be touched whatsoever, not even kissed. In the story, Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens, it's revealed that he ran away from his parents as a baby. Finding the window closed and seeing a new baby boy in the house when he returned some time later, he believed his parents no longer wanted him and never came back. Perhaps in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Peter Pan kidnapped small children because it was that baby who he was replaced with that made him resent children rather than just being a cold-blooded monster. In Tuscany, Italy, a carpenter named Master Antonio finds a log that he plans to carve into a table leg. However, after being frightened when the log cries out, he gives it to his neighbor Geppetto, an old man. Upon seeing the log, he plans to carve a puppet from it and make a living as a traveling puppeteer. He carves the block into a boy and names him Pinocchio. Once the puppet is finished and Geppetto teaches him to walk, Pinocchio runs out the door and into the town, where he is caught by a carabinier, who assumes Pinocchio has been mistreated and imprisons Geppetto. With Pinocchio unstrung, it could be revealed that Geppetto killed children and put their skin on Pinocchio to try and make him as human as possible, but he was found by the police and rightfully imprisoned, based on Pinocchio's design and the concept art. Maybe Pinocchio was mistreated, given he has nails in his fingers and legs, and he hates people for his misery. Bambi is a roe deer fawn born in a thicket in late spring one year. Over the course of the summer, his mother teaches him about the various inhabitants of the forest and the ways deer live. When she feels he is old enough, she takes him to the meadow, which he learns is a wonderful but also dangerous place, as it leaves the deer exposed and in the open. After some initial fear over his mother's caution, Bambi enjoys the experience. On a subsequent trip, Bambi meets his Aunt Aina and her twin fawns Feline and Gobo. They quickly become friends and share what they have learned about the forest. While they are playing, they encounter Prince's male deer for the first time. After the stags leave, the fawns learn that those were their fathers, but that the fathers rarely stay with or speak to the females and young. As Bambi grows older, his mother begins to leave him alone. While searching for her one day, Bambi has his first encounter with he, the animal's term for humans, which terrifies him. The man raises a firearm and aims at him. Bambi flees at top speed, joined by his mother, but his mother is killed. After he is scolded by a stag for crying for his mother, Bambi gets used to being alone at times. This isolation Bambi experienced might have caused him to resent both the forest animals around him and humanity itself. As Bambi, the reckoning will follow Bambi going on a killing spree and going to hunt down a single mother and her son. Perhaps by the end of Bambi, the reckoning, he leaves the two alone as they remind him of his relationship with his own mother long ago. Based on promotional images for the film, animals are not off limits for killing. What connects all of these characters together? Easy, hatred for humanity and its society. Pooh and friends hate Christopher for abandoning them. Bambi hates humanity for the death of his mother. Peter Pan hates humanity for replacing him. Pinocchio hates humanity because he was mistreated. All of these characters might have been wronged by humanity in some way or form. While I do not care for mascot horror movies, I do like cinematic universes, and I am curious to what direction they are taking these characters to in terms of story. I hope people like Tarzan, The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Red Riding Hood, and many others get a chance in the spotlight. I think horror movies about them will be an interesting concept to bring to life. A content creator known as 3C Films thinks that this could lead to a Freddy vs. Jason style crossover movie. To be honest, I agree with him. With all these creatures, there is no way some will turn on each other. But hey, that's just a theory. A Manray theory. Thanks for watching. I apologize for the text-to-speech for most of the video. My throat has been acting weird for a bit, and I need my voice to rest in order to get better, so expect me to use my real voice again when I am fully better and not coughing. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to also check out the Discord in the description below. This is Adrian Manray, signing off.